Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday night. It is break night. It is February 2nd. We have hit February. We are no longer in January. My, how the time flies. It is February 2nd, 2026. We are a little late starting tonight, but that was our getting our mini filled for all of our spots and breaks tonight. We have 4 breaks on tap. We got 2640 through 2643 to run tonight. 2640 is going to be our Bowman U. We're going to actually kick off with the Topps Chrome update series because all those spots have been taken and filled. Plus, our mini will fill the remaining spots in that one. So we'll be running our mini first. So we are doing our serial number giveaway. So go ahead and put a comment in the section on what serial number you believe we are going to hit tonight. What's up, Chad? We do still have 3 spots left and our can't lose mini. I am good to run that. All right, and I've got someone taking the White Sox for Bowman. So sorry that pause. That was me working out the deal with them. So all right, so all of our spots are now filled in the Bowman break. I am waiting on a couple payments to come through on that. So sorry, I'm trying to multitask. Multitasking is hard. Brain wants to go too many directions. I've got somebody I'm waiting for on the Dodgers payment for Bowman as well. So sorry, I'm mathing. I'm real time mathing right now. Mathing is hard. Okay, mathing is easy. Sorry, I'm a little all over the place. All right, we'll take a quick tour through the store before we start our breaks. Like I said, we do have that mini that is still out there. It is a can't lose mini. You is $29. There are 3 spots left in it. All right. Just when you think you got yourself totally ordinary. Yeah, I watched the Rumble. I was disappointed for a lot of reasons on it. I think the biggest disappointment, obviously, I'm an AJ Styles fan. Obviously, I didn't like him getting retired. The theory is that he was never really going to fully retire from his in-ring competition in WWE, that he's going to go back and do a small run in TNA, which is where he started. And he's going to finish. That's where he's going to end up finishing his career, because the Rumble basically marked the 10-year anniversary of his coming into the company. And so they said it was apropos. But what I'm kind of disappointed with was, I feel like with all the young talent, with all of the people they could have had in there, like we just went back to the same well. Like, you could have put Roman in from Elimination Chamber. You could have put these guys in some other way. Doing it through the Rumble, like, I would have rather seen Obafemi win, frankly. there was just so many other people they could have. There was no Jericho. Like, what the heck? There was so much hype around that, and then that ended up falling flat. Like, what's he going to be now? The Raw after WrestleMania Jericho's coming back? I don't know. Is Jericho even coming back now? I don't know. All right. Let's take a tour through the store here real quick, and we're going to show you what we have still available. Like, I actually really thought that we had a chance to finally have a Rumble winner that was really not predictable. Like, we had somebody, we're like, okay, cool. We're going to have somebody that we've never seen before finally, and it's really going to be a complete surprise. Oh, no, wait, we went back to the same people. I don't hate Roman. There's just so many other ways that you can put Roman in there, and it just didn't need to be that way. All right. Let's make sure screen's showing correctly. All right, cool. Yeah, I got that on right now too. It's kind of weird though, is like it's not even that late yet. So I mean, are they ending Raw after 2 hours tonight? I feel like cussing's not really the Attitude Era. It was more of the, stunning your boss, the DX chops, the things they were doing. Honestly, I feel like cussing now has just become a cultural language. Everybody does it now. I just don't know any. It's hard. I can't protect my kids against it anymore. So, all right, let's take a look through the store. All right, so we're gonna go through. As a reminder, always check our featured tab. We have break 26. Oh, it's 26:35. I thought it was 26:40. Wow, I didn't realize it was that old. All right, so it's 26:35. I'll have to update the labeling here. Let me fix that. 26:35, and then this is 40, 41, and 42. Don't even know my own numbering convention. 40, 41, 42. Okay. All right, I'll fix those. Well, they said that they're not going to do the blood unless it's like naturally happens. They're not going to do the cutting anymore. They said that's done with. Anyways, so we have a single box of Bowman U Best Hobby. It's round 4 of that. We do have 2 of the spots in the Can't Lose Mini that are going to go into this break. There are 4 open spots. This will likely be our last break of the night. If this will run tonight, so if anybody wants to get in, it is $24 a spot. You do get a serial number. If no one takes it, I'll end up taking those, and we'll just run it. Here's our Can't Lose Mini. Here's all the teams that you could possibly win. We do have combinations for the top spot: Cardinals from Bowman, Lions from Optic, and Tigers from Update Series. Then you got Cardinals from Optic, Marlins from Bowman, and then Falcons from Optic, Guardians from Update Series. All the teams kind of in the middle, and then at the bottom we've got kind of probably one of the better sets: the Optic Panthers from Optic and the Dodgers from Update Series going in that one. So something to be on the lookout for if you're looking for spots to get into, because that's a good one. Good evening. All right. I'm just going to update the sheet. I just want to put these minis in here so you guys can see them. So these are going to be your mini spots. So it is $29 a spot. We do have 3 of those left still. So if you want 5, 8, and 9 are still available. So if you want to take a spot in that, you can let me know through the comments on the group chat in the live stream, and we'll get you put in. All right. Thanks, Dennis. I was actually looking at your payment too. So if nobody wants to get into it, by the time I run down through this, I'm just going to take the last 3, and we are going to run. All right. Continuing down the list for breaks we have tonight. So Update Series, that one is full. All the payments are in. Once we run the mini, that one will be good to run, and that's our first break of the night. That's going to be break 2642. We've got Optic football. Right now, we do still have the Chiefs available at 40 that are still available. Mini's going to fill everything else out. So we'll run that once we're done with this. Dennis sent his payment. That's for Bowman. I was waiting on Miker, but I know Miker is good for it. So not too worried about his. But we'll run that one. So the Chiefs are still available if anybody wants a spot in Optic Hobby tonight. Last break we have tonight is the Bowman Draft Hobby. Right now, all the spots are taken. I am waiting for payments from Matt and from Ryan. Ryan is a new person to our group. I have not seen him before, so there's an off chance that I've sent him a couple messages looking for his payment. So if he hasn't sent it by then, unless he's in the stream and he just jumped in. If Ryan is in the stream, Ryan, I still need your payment. You want to take one of the minis? All right. Dennis is taking one of the minis. Spot 9. You got it. All right. So I'm going to do a final call for – I'm going to put Dennis in here. So a final call. We have spots 5 and spot 8 available. If nobody else wants them, I will go ahead and take them. So Dennis, saw Tino's, saw Chad's, Sean sent over. Andrew sent over, and I think Dan, you've already sent in. And both of my kids are still wide awake, so yay. Yep, and Dan's in. All right, cool. All right, so everyone's paid otherwise, so we'll leave that one hang open for just a second. We're going to run the ski race. Hey, Greg. Known 179. I don't actually know who exactly that is. I just see the J. Might be a new person to the group. If you are, hi. So as a reminder, we are doing the serial number. You want to take another mini spot, Mark? Do you want 5 or that's the last 2 left? You got spot 5 or spot 8? So you let me know, and then we'll run. Mini is 29. If you guys want to fill it. Thanks, Dennis. Mark's taking spot 5. Ah, okay. That's who that is. All right, now I know you. Aha. Need the 101 Riley for you. You'll take one? All right, so the mini is full. All right, so Greg's going to take spot 8. Mark's taking spot 5. We are good to go on our mini. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get that list locked in, and we are going to run a downhill ski race for this random. All right, I'm going to switch your screen over now, and then I'm going to get you all your guys solos. So if you are new to the stream, yeah, that's who I knew you are. Yeah, it just pops up. It's popping up as your user tag for YouTube. Hold on. My washing machine is off balance. I was like, what in the world is going on? I thought a darn monster was coming through my wall. It was the washing machine being unbalanced. Good Lord. All right. So, Jonathan, just so you're familiar with one of the fun things we do in the group, we do what's called a serial number. Could go a minute or 2 race. All right, we'll do a 1-minute one. We do a thing called a serial number guess giveaway. Doesn't matter what break you're in. You don't have to be in a break at all. All you have to do is put a number on the comment section. It's whatever number you think is going to hit the left side of a slash on any serial numbered card that we see tonight. If that number comes up, you win $5 in break credit. You don't have to be in the break. You don't have to be in any breaks in order to be part of it. All you got to do is put a number in the stream. We have a credit list that we keep everyone's track of everyone's credit. And you you win. You can put any number you want. If you put a number 99 or less, you can win $5 break credit every time it hits. Or if you put a number above 99, you could win $10 break credit every time it hits. So something we do, something different I do. It's literally a chance just to win free break credit. All right, we're going to replace this with the downhill ski race. Replace screen share, downhill ski race. All right. Going to throw our names in here. Yeah. Kids are wound up tonight. I hear Aiden crying. Aiden's been our best sleeper, and now lately, all of a sudden, he does not want to be our best sleeper. We'll split the difference, Chad. We'll do a minute 30 race. That way I can get everyone's serial numbers down. What's up, Kelsey? All right, we're splitting the difference. Chad said an old 1 or 2 minute race. All right, so everyone's lined up on the starting line. Top 14, everybody's going to get a team. Some of you are going to get more. Some of you are going to get one. Good luck, everybody. 3, 2, 1, you are. All right, 5 seconds left. Who's going to take it? Dennis is taking the charge at the end. He's going to get through. No, Ruben is going to take the top spot. First or last is a good spot for this one. So, go ahead and take one. All right, we got Luderman, Dennis, Dan, Mark, Chad, Mike, Luderman, Tino, Greg, Sean, Mark, Sean, Andrew, and Mark are your top 14, and they're going to go in your list. And that's the teams. And those are the teams, and those are the mini spots that you got. Okay, let's finish and getting these.
You can help me really quick.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Be right back. I have a request of the wife on something. Be right back. Have some kid duty he's got to do. Be like less than 5 minutes. Sorry about that. Kid decided he wanted to destroy his bed, so we had to quickly do the parental bed swap. So sorry about that. All right, let me finish where I was starting. And Mike K at 9, Mark Hudson 25. I had Luter at 12. Luter's at 12. Lynn 13. Tell you, these kids, they drive me crazy. Dennis 22. Liam 1. I said Greg 28. Greg 28. All right, I think I got everybody. I'm sorry. Hey, Bowman U has the new hot what's his name? The Mariota. He's going to be the number one pick for the. Well, it's going to end up being for the Raiders, but number one pick for the Raiders come next year. So you could hit a superfractor out of his, and that could go for big dollars. All right, thanks for understanding. There we go. I see your name fixed. That's good. Now I know who you are. All right. We're going to update the Chrome list here. We ran that. All right. Let's getting that set up. Bonnie was Mark and Chad. You kind of had to figure that street fight was going to end the way it did. There was going to be some sort of interference. Just felt like that was going to be there. All right. Topps Chrome update. We're updating all the names on this one, and then we are running it. So Luterman got the Tigers. Royals went to Sean. Yeah, it's good. Yep. Dodgers went to Mark. Phillies went to Mark. Padres went to Sean. Giants went to Andrew. All right. And Guardians went to Dan. Oh, don't give me that. You've had a couple where you finished first on them, so I don't want to hear it. You've had plenty of good ones too. You can't win them all. You've done better on a lot of these than some folks, especially when you take the one-shot swing at it. You've had a couple real good winners for sure. All right, we're going to run the Italian brain rot for this one. This is going to split the box in two. Who gets the A's? All right. So this is for the A's. We're going to split the box in two on this one. So left side is going to be first place. Right side is going to be second place. Got 29 names. We'll do a minute on the brain rot. All right. I wasted X18 too. Well, you took a chance. Yeah, Mariota. He's in Bowman U. I wasted X18 extra too. You're in a break. I mean, yeah, who knows? Maybe you get the 8. Maybe the Padres spot turns into the A. You never know with these things. Hey, it's better than some of the other randoms, right? When you get nothing. At least you always get something. All right. Padres were what, 15? He only lost like $14 on that one. All right, we're gonna add a new, maybe. You never know. Trust me, I've seen those mini spots turn into big ones. All right, here's your Italian brain rot. 1 minute on the clock. Everyone's in. Good set. All right, are you set? Go. I'm gonna work on tagging first. Mendoza. Yeah, that guy. Whatever. I can't think of his name. Jim Bob Joe. Mendoza. Yes. Mendoza. Mariota is the backup quarterback for the Commanders, isn't he? All right, here we come to the finish line. Your top two. Ludeman is going to take the first spot, and Brad Harriger is going to take the second. All right, so you finished fourth from last on assuming. All right. Did get through quite a bit of sorting this week, so I did start getting some packages sent out, so be on the lookout. You should start seeing some notices for shipments this week. I got up through 26, 29 for sorting, so if you haven't seen one and you knew you're due for a shipment, it's coming. All right, here we go. 2642. It's going to be our first break tonight. I'm going to kill the brain rot. There we go. The cat is very weird. 126. EC3. 24. 1. All right. Luderman, Brad, Mark, Bryce, Sean, Lynn, Sean S, Dan, Rich, Frankie, Chad, Mike, Ben, Billy, James, and Andrew. Bland. All right, there we go. Got all the tags in. All right. We are good to go. So we got 2642. This is going to be our 2025 Topps Chrome Update Series Jumbo Box. We are chasing debut patches still. So left side of this for the A's is going to go to Luderman. Right side of this is going to go to Brad. Nothing to look for odds because they don't put it on here. So based on what we've seen with the hobby boxes and the jumbos, if we get a debut patch, it will likely be a redemption. If we get anything else, will be what it'll be. But this box has been marinating in the card shop for several months now. This was purchased back when we had the pre-orders for this coming out. So this one's had a nice long marinade on it. So hopefully that will turn into something very nice for us tonight. The marinades so far have done pretty well. So, all right. Right side box, that is for Brad. Left side for Luderman. Empty box. Good luck. We can go pack by pack. We got a lot of single box breaks tonight. I'm used to doing multi-box breaks. Every break tonight is a single box break, so that's different. All right. Here we go. Chandler Simpson, Justin Steele, Caleb Durbin, Carlos Santana, Junior Caminero, Matt Gorski, Matthew Boyd, Tim Elko, Danny Jensen, Chase DeLaunder on the throwback, and Matthew Lugo. Jonathan's our new member joining tonight. So, Jonathan, welcome again. We seem to always carry the new member luck when Tino for 21. New members always seem to do fairly well in our breaks. They always seem to be one of the bigger hitters that come out of the first go around. So hopefully that carries through for you tonight as well. 2642. All right. Started labeling these things so they were easier to find when I do the sorts. Works out much better. All right. Pack 2 for Luder and the A's. Everyone else has their team. Good luck. Zebby Matthews, Nick Pavita, Edgar Cuero, David Morgan, Kumar Rocker, Doug Nikhazy, Seranthony Dominguez, Chase Lee, Mackenzie Gore, Christian Campbell on the hyper for the Red Sox, and Blaine Krim. So I'm curious, did anybody see the media going around the break groups and the YouTube video breakers and reviewers and stuff about the this past weekend's Pac-Man Rips live video trying to do 10 cases of midnight basketball and whatnot? I was curious if anybody saw that. Mick Abel, Michael McGreevy, Moises Balsteros, Ryan O'Hearn, Hayden Senger, Ronnie Simone. First autograph, Trey Sweeney for the Detroit Tigers, kicking us off here. Luderman took that on the mini. Logan Evans, hyper for the Mariners rookie. Byron Buxton, Edgar Quero on the backwards, but that's the Fortune 15, and Ahmed Rosario for the Yankees refractor. So nobody saw the video. Go around. I'll give you the long and short of it. Mick Abel. Ugh. That's not good luck. Josh Naylor, Mick Abel, Drake Baldwin. There's a Brave card. Nick Enright, Ben Rice, rookie for the Yankees. Victor Mesa Jr., Matt Shaw, rookie for the Cubs. Carlos Duran, Kobe Mayo for the O's. Chase DeLaunder, and AJ Blueball. So is that where the guy ripped a whole case just to get one certain card? No. So if anybody ever watched Pac-Man Rips, he does a lot of YouTube reviews of boxes, but he does no. So what he did was, if you've ever watched his review videos, he does a lot of very, very high-end stuff. He does reviews for a lot of NBA stuff. He does reviews for, and the thing that people have noted is he's very calm when he does his reviews. His videos kind of brag. He opens like the most expensive box he's ever had. He said it was like a $50,000 case. And so apparently a lot of people didn't realize he does whatnot breaks. And that's interesting. He was trying to do 10 cases of Midnight Basketball. Midnight Basketball has 7 cards per box, 8 boxes per case, 10 cases. So it's like 560 cards. He was trying to do a player break and basically fractionalizing down all the spots instead of doing a team break. He was trying to do a player break. Basically, he couldn't sell the break, and he was saying words like, you could buy the Dylan Harper spot for only $5,000. And he said, I'm not going to use the G word here, but it's almost a G word here. And like, then people were saying, he's like, we got to lock it in. No more sidebar conversations. I don't need to hear that you're broke. You just need to buy the spots. Like, nobody sent me a negotiation. Apparently, a lot of whatnot breakers are sitting online for like 3 or 4 hours trying to fill a single break. And it really made a lot of headlines because it was like, why are you trying to pressure your customers to buy something that clearly they don't want to buy? And just like, he basically completely lost his cool during the break stream. I don't know if he even did the break to begin with. Drake Baldwin, rookie. Cam Smith, rookie. Braxton Ashcraft, Cade Horton, Arian De La Castillo, Jorge Soler, Christian Koss, another auto. Second auto for the Boston Red Sox. That's Mickey Gasper auto for the Red Sox. I mean, it wasn't like he was trying to do one box. It wasn't like he was trying to do one case. No. I can show you a picture of him. I can show you. It's this guy. Like, I open the most expensive box of all time, $50,000. It's this guy. $15,000. So this is my point of this. It was on Whatnot, but if you look up, was it Sport Card Dad or whatever it is? Yeah, so like the Sport Card Dad, if you look up him or something like that, you can find like there's different reviews about it on there. Look, breaking's hard. It's a lot of work, but Victor Mesa Jr., Hyper, Wyatt Langford on the Power Players, and Key Brian Hayes Refractor. But like my put is, I have a hard time feeling bad for you if you're bragging about opening $50,000 cases of boxes. Yeah, Sean, go watch the blow up video. He blew up pretty bad. We gotta lock it in. You gotta lock it. He's like, we got no more side shots, and it's like, dude, chill out. Like, you all know from me, like, if we can't get a break filled, or it's just dying at the stake, then I do one of two options. I either pull it down and say, yeah, he really lost it. Hey, Kevin. And that's the thing, is on his review videos, he's not like that at all. He's very calm, like almost overly calm, like almost too calm, especially for some of the product he opens. Like, I pull it down. Yeah, Money and Fame. He's had apparently Cade Cunningham come on and do a break with him or open a box of Flawless. And I either take it down or I just like Bowman U tonight, right? Bowman's Best U. I said, I'm just going to take this box and we're just going to run it. If the break is not working, then take it down. Do something else. You don't need to run a 10 case break. If people aren't buying it, they're not buying it. And apparently some people have been watching some replays of whatnot. There's guys on there 6 or 7 hours sitting there just to fill one break. And I don't even know if they fill. Balsteros, Will Wagner, Zach Veen, Will Smith, Ryland Thomas, Grandel Gerchuk, Luis May, Mason Miller, first numbered card tonight for the Padres. That is 165 of 199. 165 1 for the Padres. Going to Sean. Jonathan Aranda for the Rays. Kyle Tucker, who's now a Dodger. And JP Sears. But it's like, I don't really feel bad for you when you are breaking and you're doing YouTube videos of that size product. Clearly, you're not hurting for money. And he's making it sound like he's losing the shirt off his back because his prices are so good and you can't miss. It's like, yes, you can miss. And people were looking up like Dylan Harper cards for Midnight. Like, Midnight is taking a lot of hit right now because Midnight, as we've seen in past Midnight configurations, not that great. It's a very not well hit product. Now they have the entire active roster. It makes it harder to hit players. And I didn't buy it because I could have bought it or tried to buy it at 600. I could have done the EQL auction, but I'm like, there's no way we're going to do a break for 7 cards for NBA like that. And on top of that, I don't think it's that good of a product. Now it's over $1,000. To me, your business, for that to survive in this business, you have to be able to take spots, take cards, but make sure you're doing right by the customers when they buy your spots. Like, I go to a point where I look and I say, look, if we have over 50% of the break filled, then I'm committed to doing the break. Wash machine keeps going out of balance. I'm committed to doing the break. And I'll try to do my best to fill it. But you guys know, if after a week it doesn't fill, then I say it's guaranteed and we're going to run it. Unless it's something like super high end, like a case of something, and then we'll work to fill it. But I keep you guys updated with it. That's what I don't like about Whatnot. Max Kepler, Tim Tawa. This is Brad. This is Brad for the A's now. The other half with Luter. Max Kepler, Tim Tawa, Pete Crow Armstrong, Gunnar Hogland, Miguel Garcia, Liam Hicks, Alan Roden, Spencer Torkelson, Asuna for the Hyper on the rookie, Lindor, and Noah Cameron. So, I mean, there's a couple folks that still do breaks where, just like I'm doing, you get a schedule and you get to see what you can get into it. There's no pressure to buy in. You have opportunities to buy in, but there's no pressure to do it. And if I decide I need to pull a breakdown, I'll tell you, pull a breakdown, I'll send you a refund if it doesn't work out. If it does work out, we'll run it. You've not missed really anything. Savanson, Tyler Rogers. Yeah, like that kind of stuff, that kills me. Ryan Johnson, Maverick Hanley, Ryan McMahon, Logan Henderson, Austin Slater, blue auto to 150. Hey, Jonathan, what did I say about beginner's luck? I told you, first time participants. And that is Grant Holmes, 8 of 150. It's not the guy you said, but it is still a Braves auto. You did still hit. Grant Holmes, 8 of 150. And that actually takes $5 break credit for 3 people. For Ken, Greg, and Brandon. You all get $5 break credit for that one. So, yeah. So Jonathan on the YouTube side wrote, I was in a PYT break on there Friday morning that didn't fill until Saturday night late. Correct. I have not done any of the football breaks yet. You are correct. We got a late start because we were getting that mini filled. And then I've been yakking. Zach Veen. They're going to go quick, though, because they're all single box stuff. Bobby Witt on the throwback. And Duran. To me, I don't want to waste your all's time sitting on here staring at my backdrop and y'all hearing my glorious voice talking to you the entire time and doing absolutely nothing. I'm not going to sit up here and playing Thumb Wars with myself going, hey, oh, hey, oh, 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 oh. It's like I'm not going to do that for 8 hours. Just not. So Harrison Bader, Mason Fluharty, Nestor Cortez, Suri Lau, Cedric Mullins, Cam Smith, Tommy Pham, Hayden Birdsong, Aroldis Chapman. That is 137 of 150 for the Red Sox. And a Mike Trout, Fortune 15, and a Brian Woo. I mean, you guys have seen, we've had nights where we didn't fill a break. We didn't get all the payments in. So we said, all right, everything's carrying to Friday. You guys don't waste your time. This is entertainment value for you guys. I'm in the entertainment business. That's one thing that kills me with breakers when they're just machines, right? Like, all right, here we go. Rolling card. I'm out. It's like, wait, what just happened? What's the point of even watching it at that point? I'll just see what I get in the mail. All right. You got Nick Kurtz going to Brad, rookie. If you want the credit history, I will put it up for you. If you guys are wondering what the status of your credits are, I can give that to you real quick. I will put it in the comment section. Credits can be found there. You ever seen Rolling Stones cards? I did actually see them. I think they didn't catch on very well. Chris Bubik, Keschel, Moncada, Jake Berger, another Nick Kurtz, Logan Evans, Zach Veen, Riley Green, Cam Smith for the Night Terrors, and Paxton Schultz. And your guys' credit, once I get through this break, will be updated on there. I'm going to start trying to do that more at the moment. Yeah. So what was the point? So now you got no one sitting there. So there's no entertainment value to it. So Jonathan wrote, he said about the break he's got in on Friday, left it up overnight without being there. So eventually it fills. I hate whatnot. I've heard so many people say to me, they're like, I went on Whatnot. I went from one stream to another, and it was like doing micropayments on apps. And next thing they know, they were out so much money and they got very little back in return for cards on it. And they came back here. They're like, you know what? I like your breaks better. I like breaks where I can see this is what's on the schedule. This is when it's up. Nope. Hayden, you can put serial number whenever you want. You are still good. Just can't count for anything we've already pulled. Kristen Campbell, Asuna, Delander, Kikuchi, Schwallenbach, Laureano, Cade Horton, Tyler Locklear. We got a green. Edwin Diaz, 16 of 99. Any 16s? No 16s tonight. 16 of 99. Got Ronald Acuna Jr., Night Terrors, and Chris Paddock. All right. Last card coming up for this break. Yeah, I won't do Whatnot because I reckon for a lot of reasons. I don't do Whatnot because I don't like the fact that they continue to allow people who are basically pedophiles continue to break on there. Way too much scamminess. Way too many people getting scammed out of cards, or people just dropping off the screen because they hit a big card and running away. I just don't like it. All right, last pack here. John Rave, Amador, Clay Holmes, Chase Metaroth, Luke Keschel, Willie McIver, Angel Acuna, Robert Hassel, James Wood, Marcelo Mayer on the power players, and Garrett McDaniels. So as I noted before, that's the end of that break. As I noted before, we will have on break 100 will be a mega baseball break. I've decided that the flawless box will go in break 100. So stay tuned. So Jonathan, the link that I dropped in the chat, that's the link to where you can see your credits. So I know this is your only break that you were in tonight. So if you want to check tomorrow and see if you picked up a serial number that you picked in any of the other breaks, you can go on there and click the link and it'll give you a list. And if your name is on there, then you'll know you have credit for another break. It's definitely not been the best box. I've seen worse. We've definitely done worse, but that's been update series, right? Cam Smith, Night Terrors, Asuna, Hyper Rookie, Mesa, Hyper Rookie, Elgin Evans, Hyper Rookie, Ben Rice, Base Rookie, Aroldis Chapman to 150, Edwin Diaz, 16 of 99, Mason Miller, 165 of 199, Trey Sweeney for the Tigers, base auto, Mickey Gasper, on-card base auto for the Red Sox, and Grant Holmes, 8 of 150 on the blue. Yeah, you should check out, if you do eBay Live, Jonathan, check out AAN Collect on eBay Live. He is who we, as you can see in the Facebook group page, you see the header. He's the card shop I work with. He's based out of New Hartford, New York. He does single sales on Thursday nights for sports cards, and he's very good, very reliable, all the credibility in the world to him. So check that out if you get a chance, if you do eBay Live ever. But honestly, feel free to come back. I will send you a link about how I do shipping, so you can take a look at it. I'm a little bit different how other people do shipping, and that's just how I can help keep prices down on shipping. So I will send you that link actually in a minute here when I update the breaks list and I run these next randoms. So, all right, we are going to move on to Optic Football. I have 3 boxes here. You all are going to get to pick which box we're doing Optic tonight with. 1, 2, or 3. 1 is on the left, 2 in the middle, 3 on the right. You guys pick. Which box do you guys want to do Optic tonight with? I'm going to update that break with who got what spots. I don't see anybody taking the Chiefs, so I think I'm going to end up with the Chiefs. I'm going to double check, make sure. Yep, I don't see anybody for the Chiefs, so I'm going to end up taking the Chiefs on that one. I'm going to update this. So I'll claim the Chiefs. And I want to update for credits. Ken has 10. Greg, you now have 5. And who's my other hitter? Brandon. Brandon, you now have 5. All right. And those are updated. I'll mark those off that I did that. Trying to do better this year about these kind of things. All right. I'm going to get this here. We're going to update the optic break. All the mini winners. So Luderman got the Lions. Guys, again, I do appreciate you guys filling this break. I know this is not a cheap break. Dennis got the Cardinals. Falcons went to Danthal. So every time we fill one of these optic breaks means the world to me, and I do really, truly appreciate it. Luder got the Ravens. Panthers went to Mark. I did buy a single box of Prism. I learned my lesson, and I did not buy. I only bought a single hobby box of Prism so far. I've already seen that it's dropped $100 from what Panini listed it for, and $25 from what I paid for my single box. So I do have a single box of Prism Hobby coming. It'll probably be a little bit later, unless I see some Prism drop prices drop more. All right. We're going to do the monster race because this is a monster of a box for this one. Do 1 minute on this one. And as I said on this one, the Giants go to 4 spots. Upper left, spot 1 for the upper left corner, spot 2 for the upper right corner, spot 3 up lower left, and spot 4 lower right for your positional finishes. All right, I'm going to share this screen. Andrew, the Chiefs are 40. Yep, I will send it to you right now, Jonathan. Sorry, Andrew, yeah. Chiefs are 40. So you can still have them if you want before I run this many. I'm going to send this info over to Jonathan right now. So you tell me if you want them. You have $5 of credit. Yeah, you had $5 from the last break. So it'd be $35 if you want them. All right, and I'm going to share this with them. So, all right, I will. Cool. All right. I will put them in and put you in for that. All right. So we're going to update the Chiefs now for Andrew. Mr. Huther has the Chiefs. All right. So Micah sent his payment over. He did, so I can mark him off. So we are good to go. All right. Micah. I had the Micah-isms apparently on weekend because I did a bunch of people who started with M, and I put Micah in instead of Matt, instead of Mark. I put Micah in. Clearly, I was not in the right mindset when I was updating the break posts. I don't know why, so I apologize for everyone that I did that to. My bad. All right. I'm going to go back to my names list. We're going to go back to the Chiefs here, and we're going to put Andrew Huther. All right. I'll give you guys the screen. Or replace. Nope, actually. I don't want to replace. I want to add new. Add new. There we go. All right, we got a monster race coming up here. So 1 minute's on the clock. You guys are on the starting line. Get set. Remember, top 4 are going to get the Giants. Turn the volume down. 3, 2, 1, go. Gonna be 26-41. Oh, sorry, this is 26-40. All right, 15 seconds left. Top 4 are going to get in, or are going to get the Giants. Rich Schaefer making a charge, last-minute charge here. Is he going to take the lead the whole way? Damn, you took a commanding lead on that one. All right. Rich, Luter, and Andrew sneaks it in with the Chiefs spec. Nice pickup there. Solid. He picks up the Chiefs last second, and it pays off to take the last spot for the Giants. Nice. All right, 26-40. Yeah, dude, I understand. Agreed. 100% agreed. What's up, Brian? Brian, I need to talk to you still about doing videos. All right, guys, so far I've got Mike Kilmer says the one on the left. Andrew said the one on the right. So which one are we going for? What box you guys want to do? 1, 2, or 3? I've got 1 vote for 1 and 1 vote for 3. Next person who tells me a number, we're going to go with that box. And we can blame them. All right, I'm going to remove this. But Kelsey, isn't that wild? No flash breaks, but I do have a Bowman U break. Bowman U's Bowman's Best U football up currently. That's going to run tonight no matter what. I got 4 breaks on tap tonight, so we're on break number 2 right now. Yeah, but Kelsey, isn't that wild though? Like just seeing him lose is cool. Like, I mean, a guy who gets so much money, Kelsey, you would think like you could just be like, oh, well, that sucks. I guess I'm going to take these cards and I'm going to just go make money off of the cards then. To throw such a fit about that. Like, I get business. I get economics. I know you don't like taking losses, but I've taken my fair share of losses on product and I just go, it is what it is. Cost of business. Just wild to me. All right. All right, so we've got break 26040 Optic Football. I don't have a dice, do I? I'm stuck with left or right. All right, somebody tell me left or right. Which one are we going with? Which one are we going with? Which one? Huh? Nobody wants to be the one that goes, it's their fault. We blame them. Nobody wants to take the fall. Mike, Sean, Todd, Dusty, who is new to our breaks, another new member. Dennis. Dan. Mark. I got it right. I got it left. Ah! Got 2 votes again. We're tied. Oh, I'm going to do a dice roll here. I got to find a dice. Well, I know, but then Huther said 3. So I was trying to do a majority rules on this one. All right. Andrew's wife says left. We're all going to put the pressure on Andrew's wife. Left 1. We got those other 2 boxes to do at a later date. So left is the winner. I got 3 votes for left on that one. Anthony Carlucci. Ja. So all of those of you that voted right, you can go, hey, see, we were better. Or they can go, oh, all right, I guess you picked a good one. Corey Hickok. Dusty Miker, Anthony Ja. Luder, Anthony Rich. Did I get Rich on there? Rich. All right. I think. Oh, and Hayden. All right. We have all of our tags in. 2640. I want to share this feed with Dusty because he is new to our group, and I want to make sure he sees this. All right. Cool. See, it's funny how we get into the streams and then, like, you know, we still have spots open. This is why actually I do with some of the minis. I don't like close out all the spots of the minis because I do want to give you guys a chance that if there is still something hanging out there that I'm okay to run with, that we have an opportunity to, if you still want to pick a team up, if we have some available, we can do it. So, by the way, I had some 24, 25 mega boxes at Topps Chrome up in the shop, and they've just been sitting there for an eternity. So I said, forget it. I'm just going to take the hit on them. I ripped all but 2 of them. Oof, that was rough. No autos. God, what did I rip? 5? I think I ripped 5 of them. No autos. 1 numbered card. A bunch of the blue parallels, but that was it. I was like, yikes. That was painful. But I'm like, it was what it was. All right. So Rich is going to get 5 packs. Top left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's Rich's. Now Luder is going to get top right and bottom left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then bottom right is going to go to Mr. Huther. And that's only for the Giants. Everyone else has their teams. Now, the last break, we pulled a Optic Chrome update. Oh, I should just make sure you guys see something behind the box. We pulled Optic Chrome, but we got a bonus auto, which was kind of nice. So, all right. We're going to start off with Rich with the Giants. Everyone else has your teams. Good luck. Pulled an Olave rookie last time. Saints hit pretty good before. Saints are going to start us off again here. Although it's a very faded Tyler Show. Or Shook. Tyler Shook. Ramondre Stevenson, silver. Braylon Allen, and Cole Kmet. Now, if this box is brutal, I can't keep throwing in my mega boxes, but every single time. At some point, these boxes hopefully will turn out something decent. Jimmy Horn Jr., R.J. Harvey on the throwback card, Kenneth Walker III, and Jamal Charles. Well, we're not off to a good start. Just 1 downtown. That's all we need, right? Just 1 time. 1 time every time. 26040. All right. Pack 3. Into one of my local shops, and all of a sudden they had no cards. I asked, where the hell are the cards? The father of the owner tells me all excited. We sold them all off on Whatnot. It was crazy, so nothing left for the customers. Never went back to that shop. Yeesh. Ty Felton, We got a red Jordan Watkins, 70 of 149. So that tells me that's a shop that doesn't care about building a community of collectors in their area, that just cares about, they just want their money. And that's, you see that with some card shops, is they're so heavy online that the customers that come in, they have like no customers that ever come in unless they're doing consignments. Marvin Harrison Jr. and Blake Group. Like, I've seen that where there's just there's like nothing in their cases, and they never really have customers come in because they just don't really care about selling in person. They're just going to sell everything online. Now, I put a lot of my cards online, but the washing machine, as it spins down from its spin cycle, is driving me a bit crazy right now. It's scaring the bejeebas out of me, thinking something's coming through the house. All right. Hold on. My wife just asked me, what's that noise? I'm going to go just turn it off. Drive 40 minutes away to Erie, PA. Ooh, that's a drive. That's a hike. Give me 1 second. I'm going to turn this washer off. Oh, no, it is. I've been hearing it for a while. It's got to wake our kids up. I already know it's going to. All right. Sorry about that. Hey, Kelsey, I'm actually going to take my kids because Aiden's getting his fixture off a week from. By the way, awesome news, by the way, for those of you who've been obviously following along with me and Aiden and all of the fun and stuff we've been having. A week from today, Aiden is getting his surgery to remove his leg fixator device. So all things going well. Tomorrow when we come home, Aiden will have no fixator device anymore on his leg. So we are super excited about this, and just can't wait to be finally free of that whole thing. And I don't have to do any sort of wound care anymore. Andrew Mukubua. Miles Garrett, that's a new sack leader. 30 of 60. Did anybody have 30 tonight? No 30s. New sack leader. Yeah, so I'm taking as a celebration for Aiden getting his fixator device, which ironically happens to be the same week that my son Ethan's birthday. He's turning 10, which is a big birthday, obviously. We're taking the kids to Kalahari, mostly because they have a wave rider or a flow rider, so I'm kind of excited. I want to do that again. But my kids love McCarthy and Tyreek Hill. My kids love water parks, and we're trying to see if we can meet up with my cousin Eddie, who's in New Jersey, and we're going to go in the early part of spring break. So we're hoping to catch the lighter crowds and not the backside with the heavier crowds on the weekends, because we got the cheaper rates then too. So, but we're very excited. We're very happy that Aiden has officially made it through. But this time next week, all of his, all of that mess. So really just so glad to be kind of through it all. We definitely got it done earlier than expected, which is a huge plus. All right, we've got something behind here. Stuck. Silver. Arroyo. And oh my goodness. Well, how about that? We've been seeing this guy a lot more lately. How about a passing grade Shedeur Sanders, your Pro Bowl quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, for the Browns. First time luck to Dusty. Hits a Shedeur Sanders passing grade. That is 101 of 199. Congrats to Dusty. I need to take some pictures and post some of the break hits we've had in the group. I have seen this guy's auto start popping more and more and more, but there's a passing grade Shedeur Sanders auto. Boy, there's a lot of controversy about that. Him ended up getting in the Pro Bowl reserves. Justin Herbert, and Emmitt Smith. Obviously, still chances at superfractors and stuff. So, and we've seen it where we've had multiple boxes. We've had boxes with multiple autos. So don't think we're done with the autos just quite yet. All right, no Giants for Rich in that one. So the next 10 packs are going to be looter. We're going to do 2 at a time for looters here. Well, we got a solid auto at least. I'll take that at least. All right, we got Andres Borgales, Jalen Waddle, Silver, Rich Gannon, Lamar Jackson, Trey Harris, Malik Starks for the Ravens. That is 11. No 11s tonight. Malik Starks for the Ravens. I made a deal with a guy, came into the card shop this week, had a Colston Loveland Kaboom card. Ricky Williams and Dalton Schultz. He wanted to sell it. He wanted $500 for it. It would have been higher than I would have paid for it. But right now, with all the products coming out, I really don't have a lot of expendable cash to go and buy stuff like that. But I made a deal with him because I think that card will 10. I made a deal that I said I would cover the grading costs. We'd send it out for grading. If it 10s, we sell it immediately. He gets $800 for it, and then I get whatever the fallout backside is of it too. And if it comes back less than a 10, then I took the risk and paid the grading fees, and he still gets the card back. So instead of being invested in $400 or $500 into the card, I'm only invested $75 into the card. Matthew Golden for the Packers. Passing grade, Patrick Mahomes. Nice. Myles Garrett, Terrell Suggs, Tyleik Williams, Tony Pollard blue. That is 156 of 249. No 156s. Mark Andrews and Brock Purdy. Also had a guy come in. Apparently I put the wrong hobby. Yeah, it's pretty solidly centered. I would agree with you on that, Kelsey. I put the wrong hobby mega boxes in the card shop. Apparently, one of those hobby mega boxes, there was a Jackson Dart kaleidoscope in it. I was like, oof, that would have been a nice pull on the brakes. Oh, it definitely looks good. First time joiner, Dusty, took the Browns and the Bucks. I'm glad he was persistent and sending messages. Just let him know that he had taken it and he was held up in the comment section. So. Olda Joe. Maxwell Harrison. Ricky Pearsall. Devonta Smith. Robbie Oots. This is gold. Looks gold. Carl Eller, defensive end for the Vikings, and that is not gold. It's orange. 257 of 299. Kevin, your serial number is, I think that's the highest serial number you've ever picked in one of these. David Montgomery and J.K. Dobbins. I may have a spot opening up in the Bowman jumbo break. It's the Dodgers. I will have to check to see if that person set their payment, but as of now, they have not. But I could have a spot opening in that break. I keep getting thrown off with the oranges, and I think they're gold. I'm pretty sure that's orange. Demetrius Knight, rated rookie, Trey Amos. Yep. 195 of 299. Kevin, you were 5 off. Drew Brees, Cam Chancellor, Dylan Sampson, Captain in Charge, Peyton Manning, Warren Moon, and Achan. Apparently, people have been saying with the optic boxes that if you have a redemption for a RPS, those have also been the case hit boxes too. Now, all the boxes I bought, I can't say what case they've come out of because they basically loose boxes I've been buying from a vendor. So it could work to our favor and it could work against us. I don't know. All right. Last two for Looter. I still haven't seen a single giant yet. We got Lambert Smith, Micah Parsons, play action, Justin Fields for the Jets, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Riley Leonard for the Colts, Jared Goff, Najee, Brian Thomas Jr. Yikes. I would consider doing multi-box breaks of this. I just don't know if we would turn the... I mean, you basically have to double the prices is what it would turn into. Andrew Huther. I don't know. Do you think that's a good idea? We got a Pandora coming up. Would you want to see a multi-box break of Optic, like 2 hobby boxes, or do you think that's just going to get too expensive? All right. Here we go. Kyle Williams. This might be a gold, but I could be wrong. It could be orange again. For the 49ers, Brandon Ayuk. Is it a gold? Oh, hey, it is a gold. Number to 10. 6 of 10. Nice for the Brandon Ayuk. Anybody have 6 tonight? No 6s tonight. Nice for the 49ers. That went out to Jaw. Nice low number one. Brandon Ayuk, 6 of 10 gold. And Max Crosby, Jahmyr Gibbs, Maxwell Harrison. What in the world is this? I feel like it's a Steeler. Just from the colors. Well, that's cool. How about for the Chicago Bears? Rookie Kings Pandora. Luther Burden III. Where'd Chicago this break? Sean Stickle. 13 of 25. Nice hit. Well, this is the best optic box we've done so far. And Lynn Riffle takes $5 break credit for that one. 13 of 25. Luther Burden III on the Rookie Kings. Nice hit. It's a pretty solid centered card, too. That is a slick card. Yeah, that's what I figured. The Rookie Kings are case hits. By the way, we will have mega boxes showing up. Mega boxes we're going to be well covered for. I don't know if how much for blasters we're going to have. Right now, only have 4 on order. I could get blasters. It would just be an elevated price. Ed Reed and Terrell Owens. So nice for the Bears. Nice hit. Nice one for the Bears. Let's do it again. Then we have a strong arm emoji coming out. Colston Loveland. Yeah, it was 13 of 25. Colston Loveland. And strong arm emoji. That's a Josh Jacobs. That is 116. Oh my God, Kelsey, you were 1 off. 116 of 199, Josh Jacobs. Yeesh. Matt Stafford and Ark Armstead. Man, this has actually been a really, for what we've got out of this box, this has been a very good box. Is it a $900 box? I don't know. But it's been the best box we've done so far. Shedeur Sanders auto and a bunch of low numbered stuff. True, is it Black Pandora? Okay, it's what I thought it was a Black Pandora, but I wasn't sure based on if it was the background or the silver down here. It's hard to tell with them these days. That was so close, Kelsey. You were so close on that number. And we got Dylan Gabriel, rookie. Jeff Garcia, Garrett Wilson, and Hunter Henry. You were really close on that one. Last pack. Good luck, everyone, on this optic box. Definitely one of the better optic boxes. Blue. There's our first giant. Tyrone Tracy and the color match blue. 3 of 249. No threes tonight. Quincy Williams and T. Higgins. So, Andrew, you get a Tyrone Tracy numbered card out of that one. Well, that was definitely the better of the two optic boxes we've done so far. That was the better of the two, for sure. Not bad. I wish everyone could hit. I really do. So what do you guys think? Like, do you think a 2-box break would do well if we did optic 2? Like we did 2 optic hobby boxes, or do you think it's gonna stall really hard when you start looking at the Steelers costing you 60, the Bills costing you 80? You guys think we should just continue to stick with the single boxes? All right. Base sold for $275. Nice. That's a solid one then. All right. Trey Amos to $299. Carl Eller to $299. Tony Pollard to $249. Matthew Golden, base rookie. Patrick Mahomes on the passing grade. All right, Andrew. Okay. Josh Jacobs to $199. Malik Starks to $349. Tyler Shuck, base rookie. The Rookie Kings for Luther Burden III. Loveland sold for $750. That's not bad. So that's probably right in the same ballpark then. Jordan Watkins, numbered to $149. Brandon Ayuk, 6 of 10. Myles Garrett to 60. We had the Shedeur Sanders autograph to $199. And we have the Rookie Kings case hit to $25. Luther Burden III. Very nice. We'll put that in our little fire spot of the night. We'll set that over here by Charizard, and that'll be our standard tonight to beat. Very nice. So that box might have actually paid for itself back between that and the Shedeur auto. What's the Shedeur? What's a passing, Ken, what does a passing grade Shedeur auto go for? All right. I am checking to see if the Dodgers got taken or paid for. Yeah, I'm curious what the comp is on that. He has not paid. All right. So the Dodgers we got a Bowman Jumbo coming up. Blue to really? Blue to 25 only sold for 280. That actually surprises me. I would have thought he would have carried a little more value than that. Maybe because it's not the true rookie auto, it's an insert auto. All right. It does seem low. It's definitely a card I would hold. I would definitely not sell it at this point. All right. So the Dodgers spot, yeah, I would agree that that's definitely a hold. I think he's still pretty much likely going to be the front runner for that. All right. I'm going to drop the Dodgers spot because I've not received a payment for that yet. So I'm going to message first and say, hey, to drop your spot. All right. So the Dodgers have been reopened in this break. Everyone else's payment is in. I'm going to update the spots on this based on the mini. If anybody wants to take the Dodgers, they are $20. So if anybody wants the Dodgers, you can claim them. Otherwise, I will just go ahead and take them. Braves went to Greg. O's went to Tino. Marlins go to Dennis. And Cardinals get to Luderin on his triple spot. All right. All right. I see no one claiming Dodgers, so I'm going to go. Oh, Greg's taking them. You want the Dodgers? All right. I'll put you in. Just send over $20 and it's yours. All right. So Ryan is out. Greg is in. Just send that over and we'll be good. All right. Yeah, the Luther the Luther's numbered to 25. So that's a really nice card you got there, Sean. Yeah, so it's 13 of Yeah, that's fine, Greg. I'm just gonna. You just made the list. You're on my list. All right. So we're going to run another race here. This is going to be for the Nationals, for the Willits cards. So top 3 are going to get Nationals. We're going to run the Jetpack race. I don't know why. We're just going to run it. It's what I picked. If you don't like it, well, sorry. We'll do 1 minute on the Jetpack race. Y'all seem to like the longer races, so. Again, we do have a Bowman's Best U hobby break coming up next after this one. This is going to be break 26041. All right. 29 names up. I'm going to share the screen with you. The list of it that you owe me money. That's my list. It's my so I don't forget that somebody owes me money list. All right, Jetpack timer, share. You guys should have that up. There you go. All right. It's a Jericho reference. It's a Chris Jericho reference. All right, 1 minute on the clock. You're all at the starting line. Top 3 get the Nationals in the Bowman's draft. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. You're all. Takes 2 out of the 3 spots. That was weird. It's like calling it, but not trying to call it. That's strange. All right, this is going to be break 2641. So Dennis is going to get 2, and Greg is going to get the 3rd. So Dennis is going to get the left, the middle, and then Greg is going to get the right. Oh, okay, cool. Hi, hon. You can still put a serial number in if you want. So Dennis, I know I never replied back to your message, but I guess you can kind of see is it kind of resolved itself anyways because it didn't really happen again. Basically, what I was going to reply to with it is the trouble is I don't have not on when like every time like right when those drops start occurring because a lot of them are pre-programmed and a lot of times I don't even get out of work till after 6. That's why I pre-schedule them all. Logistically it's hard to manage and my other option, really only option to necessarily kind of go against it is to go to Shopify, which just drives up costs for everybody. I've seen it go both ways. I've seen it where it works for people, and I've seen people absolutely get hosed on it because they try to put too much. And they and then because they tried to put too much, then they actually missed everything or missed most of the ones they wanted because they tried to put too much in one line. So, and we've been kind of allowing it for as long as I've been doing breaking, and because it's so sporadic, it's just not enough because I get somebody new that comes in and grabs a couple. It just doesn't. It's just so infrequent because, like I said, the only way to kind of get around it or get rid of it altogether would be doing like a Shopify store, which I really want to try to avoid because I just don't want to drive those costs in there. And otherwise, you have somebody sitting on there because the other side of that is if somebody doesn't know, they do it, and I don't see it, and then all these other spots get taken, and it's like, well, you only get the first one, you don't get the second or the third. Then they're like, well, I would have grabbed those, but I didn't know because I thought I had these, and then it just gets into a mess for me. So that's why I haven't really hawked it or policed it too badly, because it's so sporadic when it does happen. And it just, yeah, it sucks when people are kind of hammered on it, and I get it. It's just, I just can't police all of it. So that was basically going to be our reply. So I know I was being a little discreet on that one, guys. Basically, the reference was to the question was about there was a little bit of some questions about when it comes to commenting on teams. Folks sometimes will comment more than one or two teams. I don't police it because, for one, it's too much micromanaging for me to try to police every time when someone comments more than one team. I don't mind it because it happens so sporadically when it does, and it doesn't. It's the only way to get around it would be to go to a Shopify page, and I really don't want to go to a Shopify page because that'll just put a bunch of fees on for you guys, and that's not good for anybody. That just makes you guys pay more. That just makes everyone pay more for spots that doesn't need to. So that's kind of my response to it. If it was like consistent every single break and people were basically saying, look, I'm not going to do breaks anymore because these two people are always getting the same spots over and over and over and over and over again. And it's like, because with people who are like right on the spot, most people who grab the multiple teams, like they were going to grab it anyways. They were so on top of it as soon as that break drop occurs. So because it's so sporadic, it's not, I just don't work. It's not like in this last Bowman break, we only saw a bunch of single teams. Well, Matt grabbed a couple, but that was a different person grabbing it too. So that's kind of my look at it. So it's not too much. I don't know the right way to put it. Too much of a deal about it because as long as we fill the breaks and eventually gets the teams they're kind of looking for, that's kind of the way I think about it. All right. So if you want to ask about it more, we can talk offline. But that was kind of, my brain sometimes forgets to, because to get someone new to come in, Greg, and they don't know that, or we have people that have been out that come back in. And the thing is I can't be on the stream and I can't be on the break drops when they happen. So if somebody does grab two or they forget, now I got to tell them they can't grab one. Yeah, and I've been seeing it in and out on multiple. And trust me, I appreciate and I encourage you guys to always challenge me. 100%. I love it when you guys challenge me. You guys ask me good questions. And there's a lot of times that I listen to you guys and I do make changes as a result. You guys are the reason we make the group so good, because I listen and because you guys give me feedback. Without your feedback, I can't do this. And kind of Greg, the other answer to that question, because Greg asked on the side, says, why don't you tell the group one claim per spot? If I honestly believe that everybody read every word that I put in every post, every single person, then I could trust that. But I already know I've done multiple things where I've done experiments about I wrote stuff into breaks and they don't get read and they get missed. And I'm like, I smash my head against the wall. I'm like, I said this in the post above. Why didn't you read it? So, it just turns into a logistics nightmare. And I'm an operation of one person. So if I had a team of people that were hawking it, it'd be a different story. I have no employees. It's literally just me. So that's kind of and I said it's so in and out, right? It's so sporadic. So I don't mind it, because the biggest thing to me is like, if we fill breaks, that's the goal to me. I just want to make sure we're filling breaks and we're doing the 3 nights a week and we're getting everything run. And trust me, if I saw like there was shenanigans going on, or I'm like, okay, this is way too hot of a product, the way I would either change the format up or I would change something up, and I would say, okay, hey, like, you guys have seen me. Like Dennis, you brought up the, good thing where I got feedback, right? Dennis, you brought up to me that the Pirates were a team that was being like the second top chase team, right? So the second break I did of this product, Pirates got locked, because I recognized that was a source of contention. I was like, I don't want to make people upset because the second best team is getting snatched up really quickly. So I locked them in the next couple of breaks. So like, that shows you that I do, and I do listen to you guys on these things. So please don't ever stop. Don't ever stop giving me feedback. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop giving me feedback. Don't ever stop giving me ideas or asking questions or challenging me. You guys are the heart and soul of this group. If I don't have you, I don't have anything. And I don't want to be like any other breaker out there. That's hence the name, right? Outcast, right? We're the outcast of the. We do things differently. We don't do things the same way that every other break group works. We're a standout. We make things different so that we can make it fun and enjoyable for you all. I don't want you guys losing your rear ends and breaks. If you guys want to fill a break and you want to do 3 boxes of optic football, I'll give you the best price I can give you. So I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate what you guys do. And don't stop giving them feedback, please. Trust me, I got my earful of feedback from her. I was giving her crap tonight because she kept asking me to do this. And I'm like, yes, I did it 20 minutes ago. I was like, you didn't trust me that I was going to get it done, did you? Did you? Did you? Did you? Did you? And Jack. All right, I got all the tags in. All right, I think I got everyone tagged. All right, cool. I think we're good to go. 4 single box breaks tonight. Man, it's been a while. Yeah, sure you did. Sure you did. A likely story. Good night. Bowman U is still open. Yes, I have 4 spots available in it. It'll be right after this one. You're going to bed early. Is that because you actually have to get up early with the kids tomorrow? I have to go to chiropractor tomorrow. All right, Dennis, you have the 4 packs on the left and the middle. And Greg, you have the 4 packs on the right for the Nationals. Empty box. All right. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. I know it's the first time you've had to get up at 6:50 since like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. She knows. Numbers available are all right. Nope, that break's been run, Wes. We just ran it. Brian Bowman, you has spot numbers. Where is it? Let's do it this way. Numbers available are 3, 5, 7, and 8. 3, 5, 7, and 8 are available in Bowman U. All right. Derswa, Lewis, Bellew, Coe, Reed, Castillo, Kent, Level, Gray, Ramier, Harmon, Morris, Tate, Phillips, Mura, Dix, Cunningham, Hartshorn, Hall, CJ Gray. Got a true green. Actually, we got an A's auto back there too. Johnny Farmello, 37/99. Any 37s tonight? No 37. 37/99 for the Mariners, kicking us off. Mariners went to Brandon. Let's go 8. All right, you're in. And for the A's, how about a Jamie Arnold? That is 1. There's your 1 spot. Hitting again. You guys are killing me with this 1 spot. Frankie, Chad, Liam, and Andrew. Very nice. 1 of 75. Jamie Arnold for the A's. Oakland A's went to Bryce. Really nice looking card there. Nice little pack there. All right, finishing off the Chromes, we've got Cash Mayfield. I have another numbered card or something. No, we have an Axis. Melendez, Malcolm Moore, Lotus, Walton, Clark, Morris, Dax Kilby, Prospects, Kate Anderson, Refractor, and Zach Root. It's a big starting pack right there. Making sure I didn't miss any Nats. Yep, I did. 1. All right. And this is 2641. Not yet. No serial numbers yet tonight for you, sir. 26041. I will say the single box breaks are a lot easier to sort. Don't take as long. Tomorrow we have a kitchen sink football break going up. We're gonna turn the crank a little bit and go for some multi-box breaks. Back to that for a little bit. A couple different retail boxes. I'm still waiting on a bunch of retail boxes to show up too. All right, we got Cameron Nelson, Kyson Witherspoon, Essenberg, Hernandez, base, Cone, Caminiti, Olavito, Lugo, Fiend, Barr, Anderson, L. Wagner, Celestin, Killen, Episcop, Southson, Salas, Evason, Pena, Millar, Griffin. We got a blue for the Reds, Mason Neville. That is 137. Had a 127 in there. That was close. 137 of 250. We have a 127, a 117, and we hit a 137. Go figure. And into the Chromes. Rigo, Bowker, Leo DeVries, Monroe, Cunningham, J.D. Thompson, Dunno. It's the Father's Day blue of Dante Nori for the Phillies. level, and Selena. All right. Wonder if we'll ever get to like 30 or 40 people in a stream. I've seen RGL gets like 600. At one point, he did a break of Leaf Red Carpet. It's like a $10,000 box. There were 1,000 people on a stream. It's wild. Probably didn't make many of those boxes. I don't think we'll ever get. I don't know if we'll ever get to a $10,000 box in this group. All right, Dante Nori. Fine, you don't want to go in that one. Go in this one. Not too bad so far. I think the jumbos are better than the super jumbos. I was really disappointed in that super jumbo box break we did. That's why I only bought one. Yost, Wing, Hammond, Richardson, Petrie, Youngerman, Obermiller, Condon, Neville, Castillo, Kent, Dickerson, Cook, Pena, Miller, Kelly, Weatherholt, Crossland, Dickerson, Sailors, Otto, Anthony Evison for the Red Sox. Let's go to Brad. I think. Yep, Brad takes that one. And for the Chromes, Theo Gillen, Livingston, Lozano, Moss, Middleton, Maury, Riley Quick, Axis Zier Hope, Gray, and Swolinski. See, I read these names and then I don't recognize their nationals and I don't pull them out. So I got to go back and double check myself. All right. First third of the box coming in. Doing a bunch of shipping tomorrow, so now that I'm through a lot of these. Nate George, Diazura, Lewis, Bellew, Coe, Reed, Level, Gray, Raymer, Harmon, Made, Lampkin, Vidur, Jordan, Weidman, Valdez, Walton, Brecht, Owens, Culpepper, Fleming, Rojas, Brencino, Witherspoon, Jared Thomas, Compton, Caldwell, Abel, Guzman, in action, Cade Anderson for the Mariners. Nice. Jacob Raymer and Cooper Pratt. We might play a game on Wednesday. May do the Meow game, may do something else. I don't know. I might do something like Funko Pop trivia or something like that. Ooh, that would be kind of fun. They'd do like a Funko Pop trivia. Do like weird and bizarre answers about Funko Pops. I can tell you, like, I don't know, do something like that. We always have our chance of doing spoken word songs. Those are fun. Jordan Yost, Wing, Hammond, Richardson, Petrie, George, Barr, Anderson, Youngerman, Obermiller, Condon, Neville, Jordan, Weidman, Valdez, Walton, Clark, Owens, Culpepper, Fleming, Rojas, Root, White, Gurvich, Lombard Jr., Schubart, Jordan, Weidman, Valdez, Shoto Amori, Axis, Matt Barr, and Rojas. That was a meh box. We did such good in that first pack and then kind of stumbled a little bit since then. Hedges, White, Gurvich, Lombard Jr., Schubart, Dvalin, White, Becker, Smith, Franklin, Mitchell, Mr. Tibbs, Mike Voigt, Troy, Forbes, Turley, Quinn, Walker Janik, Thompson, Dunno, Middleton, and Billy Carlson. That's the second one of those we've hit. Nice. Billy Carlson for the White Sox. This team almost did not get taken. Michael Deere. There you go, Mike. That's the chase for the White Sox. Pico Crone, Yost, Gabe Davis, Hammond, Cohen, Benj, Curley, Ike Irish for the O's on the drafted card, Mason Neville, and Conrad. I don't remember what the Billy Carlson base auto's worth, but I know that's one of the big chase guys. It's just funny because I messaged Mike just before this because I was looking for his payment on the Blue Jays, and he said, "Man, I wish I got more teams." And I said, "Well, the White Sox are still open. Do you still want them?" And he's like, "Yes." And it worked out. He ended up getting that. That's why I leave him out sometimes, because you never know. Cash Mayfield, Melendez, Malcolm Moore, Lotusai, Sirota, Curley, Hughes, Cunningham, Hodge, Rodriguez, Flores, Nayans, Fisher, JoJo Parker, Aiden West, Taylor, Maury, Quick, Caldwell, Ebel, Guzman, Ethan Petrie, wrong Nat. 349 to 499 for the Nationals. Going to Dennis. Right team, wrong player. Wanted Willits on that one. All right. And then Fisher, Petrie again, George, Desora, Doyle, Cuso, Max Williams, JoJo Parker, Axis, Castillo, and Harvey. I don't know if anyone saw. Apparently, Baltimore Airport got shut down on a total stoppage, ground stoppage today, starting at 4:30. Apparently, I heard two things. One said that the FAA had deemed the runways were unsatisfactory for commercial flight, and so they were shut down. But then somebody, I think, said, what did they say? Just trying to remind myself what somebody said. Because then there was another report. Someone else said their BWI airport was temporarily closed to a police investigation of an unattended bag that has since been reopened after determined the bag was not a threat. Regular operations have resumed at the airport. So they said it was a runway issue, and now we're saying it's a suspicious bag. And how would you like to be a person at the airport who puts your bag down because, like, you were chasing your kid and you just got lost track of your bag, and then next thing you know, your bag is being surrounded by a bunch of police officers? Yeesh. McGonigal, Lombardi, Bazana, Watson, Arias, Bodine, Farmello, McGonaghy, Namala, Young, Wiggins, Shores, Bradfield Jr., Carmichael, Jenkins, Frey, Escobar, Arnold, Fauch, Doyle, Cuso, Williams, Lewis, Bevu, Coe, Reed, Salas, Evanson, Pena, prize prospects Gavin Clean, Caden Kent, and Tyler Bremner. That was a meh. All right, we got a third left. Now we're switching over to Greg having the Nationals. Mark these for Dennis. I tell you, you think sorting cards would not take that long, but oh my gosh, you're like, I can knock out like 3 breaks within an hour, no big deal. Man, I think it's not the sorting that gets me. It's the bag sorting afterwards that gets me. That takes so long. I think that's what probably slows me down the most. I need like little chutes that I can just drop your guys' stuff in for your name, and then it would just automatically go to a bag and a box for you guys. Caden Bodine. So Greg has the Nationals now. Nelson, Witherspoon, Essenberg, Hernandez, Cone, Wiggins, Shores, Caminiti, Olavito, Lugo, Fiend, Cook, Pena, Miller, Vurick, Weatherholt, Crossland, Dickerson, Sailors, Brecht, Waldschmidt, Capelli, Montgomery, Hedges, Miller, Viderick, Seth Hernandez on the drafted, Fiend, and Cooper Fleming. Gotta figure we're gonna hit one more serial number before we're done. Like, I mean, we've hit quite a few numbers already, but I feel like we got to at least have one more number in one of these packs. All right. Rigo, Bowker, Leo DeVries, Monroe, Gillen, Made, Lampkin, Ricardo, Sneed, Sloan, Yeeman, Conrad, Harvey, Bremner, Selena, Zielinski, Mitchell, Bonemer, Gray, Quintero, Cohen. Ooh, that's cool. It's like a diamond plate card. Diamond plate Ray, 5 of 10. We've seen this guy so much. We could literally have collected the rainbow of this guy. Dominic Fritton for the Rays. We have seen this guy's numbered card so many times. I can't even begin to say how many variations of his we've seen. That's kind of cool. Diamond plate. For the Rays. Sirota, Curley, McGonigal, Lombardi, Tate, Cunningham, Hartshorn, Kevin McGonigal, Prize Prospects, Youngerman, and JD Dix. All right, 2 packs left. And then we're going to do our Bowman's Best U. We have 3 spots left in that one. If anybody wants a spot in that, just let me know. Otherwise, it is running. Livingston, Lozano, Dean Moss, Brenso, Witherspoon, Thomas, Lagrange, Carlson, Pleasanton, Ike Irish, Malado, Pratt, Morrison, Nori, Jacobs, Stufara, Benj, Curley, Jones, Jimenez, Yellow, 12 of 50. Nice. Tyler Bremner. Any 12s tonight? No 12s. There was a 21, but no 12. Oh, there, wrong. There is a 12. Luderman, $5 credit to you. Luderman gets $5 credit. He had number 12. 12 of 50 for the Angels. It's going to Mr. Stickle. Nice hit. Dante Nori, X-Fractor, Bazana, Watson, Arias, Bodine, Hall, Gray, Mitchell, Axis, Case and Cunningham, Obermiller, and Phillips. All right, 1 pack left. All right, last pack for Bowman. We have 4 boxes of this left in the case. So Well, that was different. Wow, what is going on? Okay. What in the world happened there? At a momentary loss there. Okay. Remove. Flip. Well, that was different. Haven't seen that one before. All right, I think we're back. Says both are still streaming, so I think we're okay. That was weird. All right. That was really weird. All right, here we go. Compton, Ritchie, Gamble, LaCourse, Kepley, Montgomery, Kilby, Waldschmidt. There's a Willits. Lays, Gage Wood, Davis, Fritton, Soroka, McKenzie, Grauer, Russell, Gonzalez, Sim Jr., Walcott, Peters, Morales, Nelson, Witherspoon, Essenberg, Hernandez Chrome, Bonnemer, Gray. Well, that'll be awesome. Quintero, Condon Refractor, and Mura. Well, I wish you the best of luck there. All right. So I take it you thought the interview went well then. All right, let's do the recap. Let's leave this one up. Not too bad. First pack, I think, was definitely the best pack, and then we kind of slipped around, though we did pick up Billy Carlson later on, so that wasn't too bad as well. So, all right, real recap. We have a Seth Hernandez Chrome, Billy Carlson paper, Deontay Nori X-Fractor, Seth Hernandez paper, Seth Hernandez draft insert, Cade Anderson, JoJo Parker, Seth Hernandez, Cade Anderson all paper, Dax Kilby prize prospect, Cade Anderson refractor first. And our stand cards. All right. Good. More money to lose in my breaks. I love it. Mason Neville to 250. Jamie Arnold, 1 of 75 for the A's. Johnny Farmalo to 99. Tyler Bremner to 50. Billy Carlson, base auto, chrome auto. Cade Anderson in action. Fritton to 100. Dory, Father's Day Blue, and Anthony Evanson for the Red Sox. All right. Bowman U. What did I do with something? What did I do with it? Oh, shoot. All right. We're going to set up for Bowman U here. One second. All right, here we go. I got 4 boxes here. You guys decide. Well, enough that even after the interview portion, they kept me around at BSL. That is always a good sign. If you get caught around and they talk to you longer, that is always a good sign. All right, I got 4 boxes here for the Bowman U Best. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So anybody who wants to pick, I just need one number. First number I see will be the box we do. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna run just a regular random for this one. Multi-round. New giveaway. Just you. Send. 8 and. All right. 2. 2 it is. Number 2, the man says. 2 is the magic number. All right. If anybody else wants a spot in Bowman's best, I'm going to give it a 30-second count. Otherwise, I am going to run it. All right. So I'm putting Brian in for this one. And then I'm doing OHB, and OHB. All right. Brian, did you send over your 24 yet? Brian, let me know when you send that over. Go ahead and set this up. All right. 26. All right. And we're going to save this. Okay. You can send it afterwards. You just make the list. That's all. All right. I'm running the random on this. You just made the list. All right. 3 6-sided dice on this one. We're going to go more than 3 times here. 3, 1, 5, 9 times. All right, and here are your results. Three, 7, 5, 9, 6, 4, 2, 0. Wow, that's not 2, 0, and 1. All right, and we're going to center all these. Copy the link, put this over. All right, we are Good to go. Just do the tags. Chad, Cody, Hayden, Brian, and I think that's it. Mark. All right. And everyone's in. Always 0. Just enjoy taking what little money I set. I'm sorry. I don't control these things. It's what the randomizer gives. Some days it's your friend, and sometimes it's your worst enemy. If I could, I'd give everybody one. I don't know how I'd split the cards, but I'd give everybody one. You know, it's funny. Somebody was talking about when they were talking about the Pac-Man thing. Well, you know how they do like random player, they do like player breaks where you can buy a player. They're like, why don't you buy a serial number? You know, I'm actually waiting for the day where I see a break where that's what it is. You can buy a serial number. Where it's like you can buy the 101 spot. So if the 101 hits, you bought it. So any 101s are yours. I'm kind of waiting for that. All right, here we go. 4 packs, 4 autos. All right, here we go. Good luck, everyone. Final break of the night. D'Angelo Pons, spot 4. Nate Frazier, spot 7. Kevin Coleman Jr., spot 1. And first spot of the night for auto, Kevin Coleman Jr., spot 4 of 99. Spot 4, we're not going to talk about who got that one. We're not saying. By the way, the serial numbers for this break is Mark's got spot 8, Hayden's got spot 3, I've got spot 7, Cody's got spot 5, I've got spot 9, Hayden's got spot 6, I've got spot 4, Brian's got spot 2, Chad spot 0, and Cody spot 1. I've literally thought about possibly just giving away the 0 spot with some other spot and doing like a 9 spot serial number break instead of a 10. I don't know. I have actually genuinely thought about that. Sawyer Robertson, spot 5. Eli Stowers, that is 27 of 50. Eli Stowers for Vanderbilt. So I've seen that. Like, remember we talked about doing that with Flawless years ago, that we were going to give away, like we were going to do a 100 spot break and everyone would get one serial number. Like, I've definitely seen that. Eli Stowers for Vanderbilt, 27 of 50, spot 7. And John Mater for the Sooner Boomers, spot 0. There's one card for you, Chad. Field Day, going to spot 6. Jadarian Price, spot 2. And Colin Simmons, spot 8. I think everyone got a card at least now. All right. Am I at 10 breaks? Because after 9 I need to. Might be. What do you mean? You got the Johnny Bench autograph. Yeah, you got the Johnny Bench autograph. But it's all good. I understand. I ain't gonna pressure no one to get no breaks. I think that's also a good thing to note too. That is my last lumber box that I'm doing for breaks for a while. So that is a good point to note. Wednesdays will be my last lumber. It's my last lumber. It might actually be my last of all of those. Might be my last update, last lumber, and last Boys of Summer. I do have some at the card shop, but I'm leaving those probably there. Jonah Coleman, spot 5. Cedric Folk, spot 6. Wisner, spot 2. Avery Johnson, 14 of 99 for Kansas State. Yeah, so that would be a good one to probably grab the Reds for because what did I put for baseball? I don't even know if I put a baseball breakup for. Did I even put baseball up for Friday? Avery Johnson, 14. I double check, make sure I didn't miss a serial number here. At 27, nope. 14, nope. 4, nope. Yeah, that Chase Burns. That was a nice one, too. Mike Keene, Shimmer, spot 7. 63 of 175 going to the 3 spot. Bryson Washington for Baylor. Spot 3 going to Hayden. The lava lamp. Dang, would have loved that Avery card. Well, $63 of 175. Well, Brian, if you want the Avery card, I could probably work something out for it. Bo Perbola, spot 3. Whit Weeks, spot 5. Eli Stowers, spot 9. Dallas Wilson, spot 0. All right. 2 packs left. Whit Weeks again. Spot 1. TJ Parker, spot 9. Anthony Rogers, spot 5. Aiden Childs. That is not numbered on the front. It is spot H. H is, I don't know what H is. I want to say H is 1. But I could be wrong. Letters, your numbers, converter. H is spot 8. Let's go to Mark Hudson. Aiden Childs. Got the patch auto probably left still. I haven't seen many Mendozas in here, I will say. It's very rare when we've seen him. Aiden Childs. Jordan Tyson. Spot 9. Garrett Neusmer. 119 of 150. On a spot 9. Garrett Neusmer. This guy all the time. John Mater for the Sooners. Spot 6. Kevin Jennings. Spot 8. Harrison Wallace. Spot 0. And Anthony Hill Jr. Spot 7. All right. Last pack. The patch auto is actually for once in between. Finally. Luke Altmaier. Spot 8. Garrett Neusmer on the Shimmer, not numbered. I'll check that one. Jordan Tyson. Spot 9. Sawyer Robertson. Spot 5. Nick Harbor. Spot 7, Avery Johnson. Spot 1. This is an interesting looking patch card. I think this is different than the ones we've had before. This is definitely different. Is it this way? This way. Going to spot 9. Luke Altmaier. And the Shimmer, spot 2. All right. We're going to rectify this a little bit here. We're going to rectify this a little bit. Let's see. There's 2 ways I can do this. Because I got so many of these boxes. Well, I can do one of 2 things. I'll let you guys decide what you want to do. Because you guys are the ones that are in on this. Well, based on the number of autos my spots hit, I can take one of the autos in front of us, and I can random it to you all. Or the other option is we can just rip an entirely another box. By the way, this is Brian's fault. He picked that. He picked that box. So what do you guys want to do? Do you want to rip a second box? Or do you want to be at a random one of the autos I hit? Chad says open another box. Do I have a second on that? These boxes, these breaks have been really hard to rip or get them filled. So based on the number of autos I just hit out of that, I'm kind of inclined to say we should open another box. Brian, you're in this break. You joined in late. That Brian guy said. Greg says go for the box. That Brian guy sucks. All right. You guys want a second box? Yeah, Brian guy picked a terrible box. We're not listening to him picking a box anymore. Chad, pick a box. Chad, 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, 3. Pick a box. Chad, I'm letting you pick. 1, 2, 3. 3. 3 it is. All right, let's do another box. Because I hit everything, basically. So let's do another box. See? Look how giving I am. I gave you guys literally a $200 box for nothing. Empty box. And that's not to say that those cards are even going to come close to the value of. All right, there we go. Oh, we'll just go right out of the top there. Thought the patch auto was in the bottom. Billy Edwards Jr. Dual patch auto for Wisconsin. Spot 5. Let's go into Cody. Now, you guys can't complain. Well, you probably will still complain. If you miss a card out of this, I literally gave you a free second box out of this. And everybody else who didn't get in the Bowman U break is going to go, oh, why didn't I get in on this? That's spot 5 on that one. So that's going to Cody. Caden Slater on the Shimmer. Spot 4, Jace Brown. That is spot 3, 143 of 175, spot 3. Guys can't say I never do anything for you. That's two nights in a row where I've thrown extra boxes in. I feel bad. I hit every auto except for one. I'm like, Yeesh. I was okay hitting one, but there's a point where you kind of go, all right, I've hit quite a few here. 143 and 179. Jace Brown, going to spot 3. Jarek Gibson. This one we can blame Chad for if this box is terrible. Jarek Gibson, spot 7. Sam Levitt, spot 2. Dylan Stewart, spot 4. And Bryton Westco Jr., spot 6. Brian, do you want to make a deal for that Avery Johnson? Like, if you like it enough that you want to buy it, or you just wish you had it? Malik Murphy, spot 9. Lenora Sellers, spot 4. Garrett Newsmer. What is it? Ooh. What is that? This looks interesting. Like an ultraviolet for Tennessee or Texas Tech. I don't know. Texas Tech? What is this? Oh, just look cool. Showpieces. Brenner Morton. 43 of 50 going to Hayden. That's a cool looking card. 43 of 50. Brenner Morton. Bowman Showpiece autograph variation card. Looks like an ultraviolet. That's kind of cool. On-card autograph, too. It's not even a sticker auto. That's kind of cool. Okay. Devin Damper. Spot 0. There's one for the 0 spot. Marcel Reed. That is 10 of 50. Going to the 0 spot and Chad. 10 of 50. Marcel Reed, Texas A&M. And then Georgia Tech Haynes King making the grade. That's going to spot 3. Field Day. Spot 5. Kanye Udo. Spot 0. Alonza Barnett. Spot 9. Morton will be QB1 for them next year. Nice. See, I do nice things for you guys. It's good. See, I don't know most of these guys. I buy the stuff for you guys. Caden Lee, spot 4. Bryce Underwood, spot 0. Quincy Porter, spot 5. Darius Taylor, that is the T spot. Where's my phone? T spot is spot 0. Chad hits again. I guess Chad picked a really good box for himself. He got an auto and a numbered to 50 card. See, Chad always hits. Throw an extra box in and bam, he hits. Got the number to 50 and an auto out of it. Mazo Bennett Jr. Spot 3. 79 and 99. Dylan Stewart for South Carolina. Spot 9. Nate Frazier. Spot 8. Avery Johnson. Spot 1. Haynes King. Spot 1. Caleb Douglas. Spot 7. Wait a second. last pack. I ain't throwing a third box in now. All right, here we go. Talon Taylor. Talon Taylor, spot 8. Drake Lindsay, spot 6. Mike Keene, spot 7. Preston Stone, spot S. I think that's going to be 9. Yep, spot 9. Preston Stone. Spot 9. I thought the 2 spot would be a good spot. I'm surprised. Josh Cameron, spot 1. Bo Pribula on the Shimmer showpiece, spot 9. Bryce Underwood showpieces, spot 3. Coey Perch, spot 8. Max Clare, spot 8. And Brendan Lewis, spot 6. Is there even a 2 in there? I'll throw something in. You know I don't. You know I'll always throw something in. All right. Here's the recap of 3 cards, 2 box stump pump. You get something. You know something will show up in there. I don't know what yet, but something will be in there. All right, here's your recap. 79 and 99, Dylan Stewart. Bryson Washington, 63 of 175. I need to check serial numbers here because I didn't actually fully check these. 63, 175. Nope. Jace Brown, 143, 175. Kevin Coleman Jr., 4 of 99. Billy Edwards Jr., dual patch auto. That went to spot 5. That was Cody. Luke Altmaier, 9 of 75. Mike Kilmer actually had 9. So Mike Kilmer actually got $5 break credit on that one. 9 of 75. Very nice. Avery Johnson was 14 of 99. Marcel Reed, 10 of 50. Darius Taylor refractor. That was spot T, which was spot 0. Eli Stowers was 27 of 50, going to spot 7. Aiden Childs, which was spot H, which I forget what that was. That was 8, right? 8. Spot 8. Preston Stone, that was spot S, spot 9. Garrett Newsmer, 119 of 150, spot 9. And showpieces, 43 of 50 on the Brenner Morton, which is a cool card. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for tonight. Thank you all for getting into the breaks. Thanks for hanging with me. Thanks for helping try to fill this one up. And hope you all have a great night. Hope you all have a great week. And we'll hopefully catch you all back here Wednesday night. We have breaks dropping tomorrow at 6, 7, and 8 o'clock. So be ready, be square, be happy, enjoy everything. It's freezing outside. Hopefully this weather will still get over soon. I don't know why I said be square. I guess it's late. All right, y'all. Have a great night. Have a great week. And we'll catch you all